Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, and I'm the host of this podcast that's mine, going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the
Frickin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson. We got Aaron on the sticks, dude. What up, Aaron?
What up?
Just chilling, dude. And we got an extra special treat today, dude. We've got a guest, dude. We've got a legend, dude. The hilarious comedian, Chris Gardner is here. Thanks for being here, Chris.
What's going on? Special guest, man. Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes, bro. Frickin' dude, you are the special guest, my dog. Dude, happy to have you here. Dude, hey, make sure you got your, this bad boy. Little mic check, dude. Mic check. Sibilance.
Check.
1, 2. Sibilance. Sibilance. We're ready to rock and roll, dude. We're making it happen. So, before we start, dude, everyone knows what date this episode's coming out on, and it's a very special day. It's Cameron Poe Day. And before we dive into that, I always like to dive into a little personal history, a little bit of, hey, what the hell's been going on with me? What the hell's been going on with Chris? You know, for me, basically, what I've been doing is just really just going to the gym and exclusively just doing that leg machine that you put your legs out to work on the inner groin. Because I've been having some pain like that running that valet.
Like the butterfly?
The butterfly one.
Okay.
Just going there doing that. Just in a nice pair of good shorts, a tank top. And the thing is I wear shades when I do it. And not to look cool or like flex on anybody, but I feel like it's such a intimate movement and motion that I don't want to make eye contact with anybody too much. You know, it might be too inviting to anyone, you know, and I got a fiance. Any ladies see that, you know, any dudes see that, they might feel threatened, you know.
Right.
So really just been doing that, hitting the gym and just really trying to get, because it's pool season, dude.
Right.
It's summer, dude.
Yeah.
It was just the 4th, you know. So, and I need to be able to move laterally. That helps with lateral movement. People don't think about moving laterally.
Oh, that exercise?
Mm-hmm. They
Really?
work that groin just to really get you going left to right really well.
As far as swimming goes?
Or
just in general?
In general. I mean, think about this, Chris. How often as adults are we really moving laterally? You know what I mean? Like if you're not playing a sport.
Let me talk about laterally. Laterally is?
Like left to right. Like not going forwards or back, but just moving.
Left to right. Let me think, man. Not often. It seemed like it'd be for a specific reason that you would do it for, generally speaking, but not casually just going through the day.
You know, cut in front of someone at the soda machine, you know.
Yeah.
Get out of line, get out of the way of something.
Yeah. Okay.
Reach down. Anyway, dude, that's what I've been doing. Really fired up on that, dude. I'm going to be heading to Costa Rica soon, but I'll save that. I'll probably do a little Costa Rica ep, which will be, I'm fired. Have you ever been or?
Yeah, we talked about it, man. I went in the middle of the pandemic last year, bro.
Yes.
Like last February, man. Smack dab in the middle. Hopped on a plane, went to Costa Rica, solo.
Which area? Dude, you went solo. Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm a little scared little boy. Dude. Is it fine to go solo? I mean, I'm going with like a group.
I had no issues whatsoever, and I was by myself, so anything could have got done to me.
Yeah, right.
A group of people wanted to harm me. I was by myself, man.
But I hear the Costa Rican, dude, they have the Pura Vida. They're chill.
Pura Vida, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was the food like?
You know, I haven't done the most traveling, but as far as the traveling I've done, the food was good. But I won't say it's the best food I've experienced. But that may just be me. Maybe I just didn't hit the right shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was, you know, it was good. What I have that really stood out to me. Drink stood out to me a lot.
Now we're talking. What's going on? What am I gonna house?
I had a goddamn papaya juice, man.
Oh.
And you know, it's funny, before that, I wasn't a huge fan of papaya as a fruit, but I guess I had just never had the right papaya. Dude, that papaya juice was so goddamn good. I went back the next night and got me another one. And then when I got back to the States, you know, I fell upon the correct papaya to eat.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, papaya is the shit, man. The texture is weird, but that's, you know, that's part of the experience. Mm-hmm. But papaya is the shit, man. And it's because of that fucking juice.
Yes.
That made me respect it more.
Is there any booze in there, or are you just straight up drinking papaya juice?
I don't even drink like that, bro.
Oh, good for you.
I'm not sober, but I drink.
Yeah, that is true.
It's real rare, man.
Smart. Good for you.
It was straight papaya juice.
Oh, I'm going to get some of that. And it's a sexy drink. Would you find yourself, and excuse me, you know, you have to know I'm a demented guy. When you drink an exotic drink like that, there's an amount of horniness that comes with that. Am I correct?
The papaya,
Or is this just straight up sustenance? It's like more like an orange juice, but it's just.
Man, that shit, I mean, I might have got horny afterward. I might have been horny before. I don't know.
You're just a healthy baseline horniness.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
So
it didn't diminish.
No, it definitely didn't diminish.
Okay,
it
good.
Definitely didn't diminish, but I can't remember if it boosted
Okay.
the horniness or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, maybe like the horniest drink that I have is probably just like a rock star energy drink, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's a horny drink because it gets me horny more so to just like hit some dunes with the boys, you know? It gets me horny for that. Put on some Limp Bizkit. Just fucking, you know.
What song?
Little My Way or the Highway. Man. Love that one.
Funny about that song, I remember that was the theme song for Rock versus Stone Cold in WrestleMania 17.
Really?
They kept playing that song. Every time they would show the clips, they done beating each other's asses. They was playing that fucking, this time I'm gonna let it all go now. This time they would play that song for the Rock versus Stone Cold. I think it was like 2001 or something like that.
Dude, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I went to one of those at the Arrowhead Pond.
You went to like a special, or you went to like
I
a
went
regular?
to like a Monday night.
A Raw or SmackDown or some shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Was it Monday Night Raw?
They had Monday Night Raw. During that time, it was Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night SmackDown. I don't know what it is now.
Dude, I gotta say, like, that was The Rock, dude. When The Rock song came on, dude, you were so stoked.
One of the greatest theme songs. If you smell
Yeah.
what The Rock is cooking.
So good.
I listen to that shit when I'm working out. I got like a wrestling playlist from that era. Got Rock on there, Triple H. Who else? Stone Cold is up on there.
Love Stone Cold.
Who else theme songs? The APA, the Acolytes. Those some good, good.
I always like
blood-pumping
The
theme
Undertaker.
songs.
Not my favorite songs or vibe, but he was good character.
Yeah, he was.
Dude, wrestlers and in comics, Chris is a stand-up comic for those listening. Very funny, very hilarious guy. And, you can catch him Hollywood Improv. Him and I will hop on some Chad and JT shows from time to time.
Yeah.
It's super fun. But hustling and stand-up comedy, you have to really hit the open mics and grind. Wrestling, I think, might be even like, it's probably like a harder grind, taxing on the body. But also imagine doing like shows that aren't sold out or don't count, and just like getting slammed around and fucking such a gnarly lifestyle, dude.
Yeah.
So I got nothing but respect for those guys, and like the fact that The Rock maybe is oversaturated, and that's what they say about
As far as now?
Yeah. And they say about that comics too. Like everyone gives Dane Cook hate, like, oh man, because he did so many movies so fast, or like people say Kevin Hart did too much stuff and oversaturated. But I'm like, dude, it's such a grind to get there. I'm like, dude, fucking, you just let these guys go make money now.
You gotta
dude.
get it while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know. Kevin Hart had a long run though. Has been constantly in your face.
He did.
Some people would be like hot for a few years or maybe a decade, and then kind of they still doing shit, but maybe not be the guy. Dude, Kevin Hart done had a long.
He did.
A long run, man.
He did it right.
He's
dude.
still like, dude is like, at least when they made a car. I mean, he been around a long time, but I'm trying to think when Kevin Hart started, kind of got famous beyond just black people knowing him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. My mom
just had that.
likes
Like
Kevin
black
Hart.
folks have him, then they cross over, then everybody know him.
That Kevin Hart is funny, I'll tell you.
Yeah, when did he
My mom
become
saying
household?
that.
I'm trying to think. Was that
This
be
was
early
ha-
2010s?
That
He kind
probably
of hit
sounds
that.
right. About 10
late
years, I would
2000s,
say.
early 2010s. So he been in your face consistently.
The Will Ferrell movie was next level.
then.
Once he did that, the Get Hard movie with Will
Yeah,
Ferrell, which
man.
just should have been one sketch, but it was a whole
I
movie.
didn't see that. I know you're talking
I
about.
saw like 2 minutes of it. But anyway, dude, I digress. Now we get into the fucking goods,
Oh
dude.
shit.
And speaking of comedy and stuff, Chris and I were hanging out in the green room, just being a couple of legends, dude. I was housing a nice fucking IPA. Chris was probably looking for papaya juice, but being let down and enjoying water. We were getting to talking and what was going on for the summer, and somehow we started talking birthdays. And Chris's birthday. Aaron, guess what day Chris's birthday is?
I'm gonna guess it's July 14th.
That is fucking correct, dude. July 14th. Not only does my daddy come home on July 14th, Chris Gardner was born on July 14th. Yet another reason to celebrate this day.
This is true.
So we're talking, and at this time, we were talking about a month or two ago, maybe now, you had not seen Con Air.
Nope.
Today, you sit before me, a man changed. You saw Con Air.
This morning.
Let's fucking
Literally
go.
watched it this morning.
Dude, I love so you're having a good day.
It was like, yeah, my day is cool so far, man.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, it was like 7 to 9 o'clock. It was about 2. Yeah.
You woke up and you capitalized, dude. That's an alpha day right there. You watched Cameron Poe go to work. Okay, so this is beautiful, and this is what the podcast is all about. The fact that, and you said this, you go, I would have never watched that movie. Probably wouldn't have crossed your path
Most
had
likely.
we not brought it up. Unless you were watching AMC in a hotel room, watching AMC or TNT, and you'd be watching with commercials.
Yeah.
And not getting the good lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'd be bleeping out the F words, and you need those F words.
They're absolutely necessary.
And they're earned. And look, I'll admit this. Obviously, I have a soft spot in my heart for this movie. But, like, what would you rank this? This is a movie. This is not a film, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I enjoyed it this morning, but it was literally sitting in my bed in my underwear
Love that.
watching it. So I don't know how I would have felt about it watching it in the theaters.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it this morning, man. So this morning, given the setting, it felt like an 8.
Oh, I love to hear that. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yes, dude.
You know, but it could be just given the scenario I watched it in.
Yeah, you take...
Because I was into it. You know what I mean?
Yep. And you're
I wasn't bored.
No, you never, like, were you checking your phone a lot?
No. I was
Thank you.
I was in it. So I'm like, okay, this is solid.
Thank you. And I was like, dude, you don't even need to watch it. I sent you, like, a trailer and, like, and there's this 45-second synopsis video, which is hilarious. But, dude, I love that you love it. And I love that, it's this larger-than-life movie, if no one's ever seen it out there. And it's about Cameron Poe, who, and I was reading the Reddit threads, which was hilarious. He goes to jail for defending his wife's honor.
Yeah.
So obviously, already we like this guy. He's like a special forces veteran, and he's coming out of a bar, and there's a guy that, like, remind me, what does he say? He's like, starts hitting on his wife, or he, like, grabs her or something? Or
Yeah, he never touched his wife.
Okay.
He never touched her, but he was just, I can't remember the exact lines, but he was just talking shit.
He was talking shit. Yeah, he was talking shit, and Cameron didn't like that.
Yeah.
And then he fights this guy and kills him. And because he's a special...
Several guys. He fights several guys.
Yeah, it's 3 of
with
them.
knives.
There's 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, yeah, and those guys have knives.
Yeah.
And he's just using his fists.
Because he's an Army Ranger.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, was not originally in the script. But then Nick Cage, who I love Nick Cage, he went on and he's like, to make this character more believable, which is hilarious, to make him more believable, he's like, I wanted him to be special forces, so it was believable that he could fight.
Yeah, why is he tough like that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, otherwise he's just a tough dude.
You got to have something. Yeah.
And that's how the script was, which is kind of like really a big oversight.
Yeah, no, you got to have that. Like, why does this dude know how to do this?
Totally, 100%. And then he makes a great call by doing that. And then he said he wants him to be Southern, like because he's from like Alabama, right? Yeah. And he goes, I feel like he should have been a Southern character because if he's Southern, down there in the South, they have that really sense of pride in treating ladies right, that like hospitality or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I thought that would make him more willing to,
Yeah. He's all soft and romantic. My hummingbird.
All that stuff.
God.
And it is a weird character choice that he doesn't let his daughter meet him ever because he doesn't want. He's like, I don't want her to see me in prison, so just don't meet your dad. I don't know if that's the best parenting choice. What do we think about that? I don't know. I mean, look, it makes for a good movie.
Yeah.
Makes for a good movie.
Sometimes that's all it is. Because, you can pick apart the movies all day. Man, why would you do that? That don't make sense.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a movie.
Exactly.
We can do that. How many times do you doing it? If that was me, I would have just did this. So he didn't have to do that.
Correct. Why are they transporting all these vicious criminals at the same time?
Right.
It's a fucking movie.
Right. You just got to leave shit like that alone.
It's the best. 100%. 100%.
Well, and also, like, you're defending yourself against 4 guys. One of them dies. Because you're a deadly weapon, you get to go to jail.
It's the best, dude. But then there's the best line
training.
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where it's like, that's called manslaughter. Everyone goes to jail for that. Doesn't matter if you're a fucking military vet or not. And then the Reddit thread was so funny. They're like, this is Alabama. Military vet in Alabama kills a dude defending his wife. He would never go to jail. Like,
Right.
Nitpicking something. It's like, no, he'd be fine.
That's funny, man.
Speaking of the criminals.
Yeah, George Zimmerman's fighting a teenager in the street. And he gets away with shooting.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's fucking
this is the
insane.
South. This is the South.
Fucking
Deep
insanity,
South.
dude. And this is 97, dude.
This is 97,
This is 97. Which is crazy to think. That's like almost 30. How many years ago is that?
25.
Yeah, we getting older, man.
Fuck, bro. This is it's a quarter of a century ago. That's wild, dude.
That's crazy. You can say, whoa, that was back in 97.
I know. I know. And we were young when this came. Like, dude, I remember all right, I have my favorite. Here's the thing. This is one of those things where it's like, when you're watching a high-speed chase, aren't we all kind of just rooting for the guy to get away? Don't we all kind of just want him to get away? And then they like tell you what he didn't, and they're like, all right, they should probably catch this guy, but like...
Yeah, when they tell you what he did.
Yeah, but really you're like, all right, come on, he's the underdog, right? Yeah. It's a reason why they're on TV. But we love these criminals in this movie. Don't we love some of these criminals? Obviously, we don't like Johnny 26 or whatever the hell.
Which one was Johnny?
Danny Trejo.
The rapist. Nobody.
The rapist.
Nobody likes a rapist.
Nobody
period.
likes him.
Or a molester. Nobody likes.
No, yeah, that's like yeah, dude. Jared from Subway, dude. You're at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, bro.
Also, Nick Cage's call in the script was to put the rapist character on there. The rapist character was written on there, Johnny 26, Danny Trejo's character, but he wanted to change one of the guards to a woman. Which also, if we're nitpicking here, you go, why would you put a woman in guard here, whatever?
In that setting.
But it was a screenwriting device. Really, it was a call by Cage, who's a legend, to say, and this goes back to a Southern Charm thing, if the woman's on there, his character, being from the South, would be more inclined to stay and protect her.
Right.
Not just his friend Baby.
More motivation for him to.
Exactly. More character motivation to not just get off at Lerner Airfield and just be like, all right, later.
Yeah.
You know? So
with Danny Trejo, would he have tried to rape a dude if that was?
Dude, exactly. He's like, oh, I'm out.
If that was a dude instead, would he still be trying to fuck?
Exactly. Hey, dude, but that's the beauty of the villain in this movie. You have to have a good villain. And Malkovich
Cyrus was good.
He's great.
He was really.
And it's because he has a code. Because he goes, he's like, Cameron Poe's like, oh, you're not going to assault this guard right now, and Dan Trejo's like, who the hell? You're not in charge. And Malkovich is like, but I am. And he goes, and he's right. We need order in here. And, and Danny Trejo's like, all right, whatever. And kind of everyone looks up to Cyrus because he's the mastermind, like gnarly dude. And he's like, you fall somewhere between, like, what does he say? Like a worm in that foam that builds up on the side of your mouth.
That was so good. That was so specific, man.
Yeah.
Some people have that really bad too. Some people I think some people get that more than others, man.
Oh, they do.
It gets thick.
Dude, I had a teacher in high school that had that. My modern art teacher had that doc. I'd be like, oh, dude, it was distracting, bro.
You just got to go through life like that, man.
Yeah, everyone, it's tough. You got to hope that life balances things out and just gives them a massive hog.
Yeah,
like the person who has that also just has like a good dong and good stamina.
Dong. Yeah, but you even know somebody still got to get past that and get to that hog.
It's definitely a hurdle. It's definitely a hurdle but everyone has their hurdles.
Everybody has their hurdles. Everybody has their things. Some people's are more difficult than others.
Correct.
Everybody has their things though.
Everyone's got their stuff.
I got little legs. I work them. They don't grow like my upper body. When I want to, I can get hella swole.
Yeah, you got a good upper girdle, dude.
Yeah, but my legs, man, I can put that work in. They just don't grow like that. I would have to work like a straight bodybuilder to really put the size on my legs, man.
Calves.
People be like, squat. I mean, I be squatting, man.
Yeah, and you're putting up good weight and you're building strength, but it's not showing.
It's not showing, man.
And we want it to show. We want that effort to show.
Yeah.
That's calves. It's so hard to build calves.
Yeah, man.
If I was going to get any implant, any cosmetic surgery, calf implant.
You know what? Some people just have calves and big ass legs. They just have that.
I know, dude. You always see that like a dad at like a soccer game, dude. You know what I mean? He's wearing, this is from my Orange County upbringing, wearing just like an Under Armour polo, just yelling out to his kid, Connor, hustle up, Connor. You look over and you're like, damn, that dad's calves.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I want to tell him to shut up, but he's got those big calves.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you be a motherfucker who's not even an athlete.
Yeah.
Or nothing. They just got legs and calves.
Yep. Yep.
So, but they might have some other shit that's fucked up. So, everybody got their things, man.
100%. 100%. And all these characters, speaking of traits, not necessarily physical, but some. I love Cyrus. Who's your favorite character? And maybe we should go through these villains.
Cyrus is a great villain. I like Cyrus as a villain. I do like Cyrus. And he had like a little smooth way of talking too.
Yes.
I liked Cyrus.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, he was sophisticated. And I liked Dave Chappelle's character, man.
Yes, Pinball.
Yeah.
Pinball. He was great.
He was likable. I like Dave Chappelle's character, man.
And he gets the whole operation going.
Yeah. He's like I don't know how to articulate it. He's a very important. He's like not the most important. He's not the second man or third man, but he's a very important piece, though.
Yeah, if it's not for him, it's not for him. Going. And he's cutthroat. He sets the dude on fire next to him. He's like, sorry, dude.
So he looks sadistic at the same time, but he don't come off that way.
Yeah, I know.
He don't come off that way. So
Chappelle's a good actor, dude.
Yeah, he
crushes it. He crushes it in. You ever see Robin Hood Men in Tights, the old Mel Brooks movie?
Ain't that his first movie he was in?
It might have been his first.
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Bro, it's a fun watch. It's very like, is that considered slapstick, Aaron?
Yeah, well, it's a parody, too, of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yes. It's really funny, and it's one of the best movies. And Chappelle crushes it in that. So Pinball is great. Also, his characters are huge in the screenwriting. I mean, look, Pinball meets an early demise. He gets what, caught in a landing gear or something like that?
Yeah, on the I guess it was the wheel or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Something hit him.
And then Cameron Poe writes Lerner Airfield and puts John Cusack's name on there, and he's like, I forget his character's name, but he's like, your name's written all over it, Lerner Airfield.
Yeah.
And John Cusack, I need to call him out for being a schmoll here.
A schmoll.
Total fucking schmoll, dude. Because, bro, he's like, he was interviewed about this movie, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't even remember doing that. Really, like, saying it's like, what? Like, you fucking blacked out during this movie? Like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, no. He's like, for bad movies, it's like it never happened for me. He's like, I just do those so I can do the movies I love. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I understand
that's so actory.
Dude, exactly, bro. It's like, look, one for them, one for you. I get it, but shut up. And then the one that he did, the movie that he did for himself, is called it's this fucking ridiculous movie. It's called the ones that suck. Let's see, he did a fucking terrible movie about. Oh yeah, he did a movie called Anything to Do with Max. It's a 2002 movie about a friendship between a fictional art and his student Adolf Hitler.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like the it's called Max Possible, I think. So has anyone ever seen that?
No.
Oh, it's just called Max?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds right, because that's the word italicized. And guess what? Oh yeah, his quote is saying anything that makes Max possible, as far as making it. Anyone ever seen that movie?
I haven't.
Nope. Anyone ever seen Con Air?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So John Cusack, who I usually like, can just go frickin' take a seat, bro.
I enjoyed the movie, man. I like John Cusack's character. I like.
He's
Hart.
good in it.
I like Hart. Dude he has some depth about him. You know, I mean, it was that whole dichotomy between the big blubbering
Yes, Cole Meany.
idiot. You know what I'm saying? The fucking caveman and the guy who's a little more sophisticated. It's that whole
Exactly. The big government, like I read like a review, like he's like it was so funny. There was supposed to be this like sort of academic review of this movie to a degree, and it was like, well, in the 90s there was this big thing with the criminal justice system, and they were doing some sort of reforms, but not good ones, like making it more strict. So this movie was sort of a reaction to that, and the Cole Meany character from the DA really embodies that. Whereas you have these progressives, such as John Cusack, and I was like, yeah, that didn't come through for me, dude. Like, all I saw was like a dude in a helicopter being like, shoot him down, and then one guy being like, my plane.
Yeah.
And his car, ass kicker, dude. You gotta love that.
That's good. I like that. That's fair. Yeah. He sucked, but that's a cool tag.
Yeah. So fucking good. I mean, I love Garland Green, dude. That's Steve Buscemi's character.
I was ambivalent. I like Steve Buscemi, but I was ambivalent about the Garland character.
But what a creepy
I was just hoping he didn't mess with that little girl.
Exactly.
I was like, don't rape this little girl.
Dude, I know, bro. And they made a good call of like showing the girl wave goodbye on the plane.
But I'm like, what happened? Did he just like did his heart just grow a size? He said, "I'm not going to rape this girl.
That's what I mean.
I'm not going to do what I used." What happened? It never made it clear.
It's one of those things where it's like he just had a tea party with the girl and was a psycho, and I guess like
chose not to do the psycho thing
not to
like
do
we
the psycho
typically
thing.
do. Or does he only kill adults? They said he killed 30 people. Maybe he doesn't kill kids. Like they never made that.
Yeah, it's just sort of like
clear.
Yeah, they don't exactly. It's one of those things that we can nitpick, but it's like. The whole time you're like, he's gonna murder this girl and like wear her skin. They say like, you know, when they're giving that big rundown when like the fucking pit bull Cole Meany's like, who's this character? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
And then John Cusack's like, that's Garland Green.
Yeah.
Wore a girl's face across 4 states and then got there and murdered another family. And you're like, whoa. And he's all like locked up in the fucking Hannibal Lecter shit.
Yeah.
And then but you're like, the whole time you're just uncomfortable in that drain. Nothing ever good happened in a drain pool, first of all. So good setting.
Right.
Whatever. Actually, I guess dropping into drain pools was pretty sick in the 70s. That's actually.
Oh, skateboarding?
Yeah. I got to take that back.
Yeah, I saw Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah. Fucking, that was actually pretty sick. R.I.P. Heath Ledger, dude. Let's see, dude. We got Danny Trejo. Oh, Trejo in an interview had a fun thing to say where he's like, on set, because it's a bunch of dudes, right? It's a bunch of guys playing inmates.
Yeah.
So it's all primarily the cast on the plane. There's like a lot of dudes on set. And he said that Danny Trejo was interviewed about it, and he was saying that everything on there was a pissing contest. Like it was all macho guys, right? Like everyone's badass. Like it's a badass. Cameron Poe's badass.
Right.
Everyone's badass in their own way.
You talking about them as
actors,
who they really are, or their roles?
So their roles, but then because of that energy, and all the guys like that carried off behind the camera, and he would say like some guy would spit, and then another guy would like spit farther, and it just became about like who could be the toughest, and like all just pissing contests, and he was like it was pretty unbearable to be around.
That's funny.
So I was like, I actually appreciated that from the interview.
This sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
This sucks.
And Danny Trejo,
He's done real time.
actually went to jail.
San Quentin.
He was in San Quentin. He killed somebody, didn't he?
No, it was drug dealing.
Okay, it was drug dealing, and then I think they were going to try to lock him up longer because there was and he was in San Quentin. He's an older guy, like maybe in the late
He's
60s,
like
early
70 now, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a not like a full-on riot, but like a tussle in the prison, and the guards had to quell stuff, and he threw a rock, and he was trying to throw it at another dude, and it hit like the warden.
Oh.
And so then he got put on trial for that, and he was funny in an interview. He's like, here's the thing about me throwing that rock. It did hit the warden, but I wasn't aiming at him.
Right. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah. And they were like, so he ended up being let go.
Yeah.
And if he ever, we would have never had Danny Trejo if it wasn't for that. And look, he served his time. I believe in second chances.
Yeah.
In society today, we so much don't believe in second chances. It seems like more and more. We're like, it's crazy, dude. This is a little bit off the subject, but like, I was talking to JT, and like, he was talking about this kid in high school who got like canceled for showing a nude photo of his girlfriend to all high school kids, which he shouldn't do, to his buddies.
Right.
You shouldn't do that.
Right.
They sent that to you. But then at this high school, all the kids are like, I don't know the kid's name, Derek. Like, dude, Derek's canceled now. So even if you hang out with Derek or talk to him.
To this day?
Dude, yeah. And it's like gnarly.
16, 17.
Exactly.
Which is wrong. It's horrible to do that to somebody, but it's like, people do shit, man. They look back and be like, damn, I was fucked up. I shouldn't have did that. I would never do it. Well, damn, what the fuck was I thinking? I was a dirtbag.
Exactly. No. And these kids are feeling righteous, right? Because what Derek did, if that's his name, fucked up.
Yeah.
And then Derek's got a good buddy named like David, who's like, hey guys, like we should probably forgive him. And they're like, no, fuck you, David. Like David didn't do anything wrong, but they're like, you're okaying that he did that. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm forgiving a person. Like
This is high school.
Yeah. And I guess it comes down to the victim too. And I guess like the girl did end up like wanting to forgive Derek, and then like ended up coming back on that.
Yeah.
Who knows what reasons, like all according to this article. I'm not there, but it's gnarly, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, imagine being young nowadays, dude.
Yeah, man.
Right?
It's a lot, bro.
You ever like hang out?
I guess it's normal for them, but it's a lot to look at on the outside.
And growing up with media and stuff, dude. Like
Social media, man, just Instagram, and
there's a number to your popularity. Like everyone kind of knows who's popular, but now someone can be like, I have this many friends and you only have this many.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, man. It's odd, dude.
It's crazy, dude.
You couldn't even send nudes to each other when we were in.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, exactly. You could do that
Right.
over AIM, dude. I had to describe it, dude. Like, I'm naked. I've got a small penis and, and little
details.
calves. Yeah, dude. The girl will be like, "All right, later, BRB." All right, back to Con Air. Let's see. Any favorite scenes or moments that find out before we get to the climax? 'Cause I'd like to talk about that.
Any particularly favorite scenes?
And it's fresh in your dome. I mean, I got a lot of fun ones.
Something that's fresh in my dome was always giving the little pink donut ball to Baby.
Bro, so funny. And he talks those pink puff balls you sent me. Man,
Yeah, they make me really popular.
Dude, that whole opening sequence is the best thing of all
But
time.
jail be like, I haven't been in jail, but those type of settings are like that, where these simple things
Totally.
are mean a lot in that setting.
Anything from
You know
the
what I mean?
outside world that's a treat.
Yeah. Oh, cigarette. Oh.
Correct.
It's funny, man.
Yep. Outside, we take everything for granted. Like, imagine getting a cheeseburger or something good. In fact, they say that, and it's like, you'll never have a steak for the rest of your life.
Right.
Cyrus.
Because that means something when you
Yeah.
disconnected from it and you eating jail food.
Exactly. So that's it. That's great. And then, dude, that whole first monologue of exposition of him, like, just getting jacked, like, doing origami, push-ups, reading 2 books at once,
Maintaining himself, maintaining his mind, maintaining his body.
just being a beast, like what we like to imagine we all did during the pandemic, but didn't.
Yeah.
Although I gotta
I
admit,
did.
I did sling some weight during the pandemic. Yeah, dude,
I
you
was
did
working
too.
out,
I fucking worked out.
I was doing my shit, man.
I didn't read as much as I want to.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny. I signed up for like online lectures, and Harvard edX. You can do them for free. You just don't like get the grade, but whatever. Just do. You still can get the knowledge. You don't need the grade.
What is it?
It's like Harvard edX, like
Okay.
edX, like extension.
Yeah.
And but then I got an Xbox and immediately stopped, bro. Just started fucking gaming, bro. But the gaming helped my relationship with my boys, dude, and it was really great. But I should have
get the benefit out of it, man.
exactly. And but you know, that's why we have the podcast, dude. Doing the research, hanging out like this. This is really what it's all about. So, yeah, man, that whole the opening monologue is my favorite part. It's my favorite part. Did you know that they actually did crash that plane into the hotel? Do you know that practical explosion?
The, Marshall, the jail, the fucking prison plane.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
really?
plane goes into because they were actually going to demolish the hotel, and
So they said, let's just make it.
yeah,
a part of the
they're
movie.
exactly, and they're like, let's just use a few more explosives. We're only going to get this once. They built a cable, and it like took time to balance it, like haul it out the plane and all that type of stuff. And so they put it on a cable and literally like quote unquote flew it into the hotel lobby. When it got there, blew it up, and they're like, let's just try to get it. And they got it from a ton of different angles, and it ended up working. And practical stuff always works better than
absolutely,
CGI. You know,
absolutely.
it's so that's a really sick. Maybe my favorite fun fact of behind the scenes is that they actually did a practical explosion.
Speaking of CGI, Danny Trejo's hand was fake as hell when it was hanging.
Oh,
They grabbed him
dude.
off at the arm that was still hanging.
Yes, that's akin to like Samuel Ellis in Jurassic Park. Like when they go to the cable, like to turn the breakers back on, and his arm, you're like, that's so fake looking, dude. Like you did an amazing job on these dinosaurs, but you can't get a fake human hand.
Yeah, man.
Which actually, you know what? It's actually harder to do because I was watching Peter Jackson's movie, They Shall Not Grow Old, and he color corrects all this World War I black and white footage.
Yeah.
And he said the hardest thing to do was the grass. And people are like, really? Why? And he goes, it's because people understand and have an understanding of what grass looks like. Me and you, before we saw Jurassic Park, I don't really fucking know what a dinosaur looks like. Maybe I saw it in a book or a drawing.
Put anything in front of you.
But you put whatever in front of me and I'm going to buy it. But arm and a little bit of blood, like I kind of know what that should look
Even
like, right?
subconsciously,
Yeah, like maybe I've never
know.
seen a cut off arm, but like I've seen a hand,
Yeah,
and I've seen a
yeah,
fake hand,
yeah.
and I can tell.
Yeah.
So like that stuff that we understand as from our human eye,
Yeah.
like audio stuff, we pick up on. Really, everyone's sort of keen on it because we're just used to
Yeah.
hearing how
It's
we
real,
hear.
It's real deep. It's real deep. It's like you don't even notice it totally consciously yet, but you're like, that's something. No, that's what that is.
Dude,
it's just there. Yeah.
Yes. So you almost get less liberties with the more mundane,
Right.
which is interesting.
Right. Because grass got to be right.
Exactly. You look at it, you're like, what the fuck? Grass looks like that in 1910 or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, what
Grass
happened to-
looked weird?
What happened to the grass? Oh, the fucking GMOs fucked it up.
Dude,
Like
yeah,
the grass.
exactly.
That's how it used to look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Then you got the conspiracy theorists on there. Well, back then.
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude,
man.
are you a big conspiracy guy or no?
Yes and no. Yes and no, man. Okay. Do I know every conspiracy theory in detail? Not necessarily, but I also don't believe every mainstream official version story of everything.
Yeah,
Either.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm open.
I'm open.
Does that make that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think we've been to the moon.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think we've been?
I don't really think. Okay, I believe we've been to the moon, but at the same time, I'm also like, why haven't we gone back? I know that's a question people say. I know it's why haven't we? And also, I've heard that. And this is what I've heard. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, actually, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Don't take none of the shit that serious. People listening, because people get too extreme and fucking in their emotions about.
Only
stuff.
take the Cameron Poe stuff serious.
But yeah, but I'm saying, I've also heard that, and I've heard this through the grapevine. People, they say they lost the technology to go to the moon.
What?
And I'm not saying that's true, but that's what I heard. They said they lost, but how? It's 2022, so you ain't got this technology that you had.
Exactly. That's
You know,
where I'm like,
I'm not saying that's true or not.
Yes.
But that's just what I've heard. Why aren't we still fucking with the moon? In 2022.
I know.
We went up there once, we're like, all right, that's it, we done.
yeah, there's nothing else to go. I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
You know, so I am.
Maybe it's like an
interested about
Everest
that.
thing. Maybe it's like an Everest thing.
Maybe.
You hit the peak once, it's there. I forget who said this. Why climb that mountain? Because it's there.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
So
Anyway, we digress, dude. See, we cut it up. We cut it up all over the place, baby, around here.
hey, man, I'm good. I like digressing.
It's fucking, people talk about July 14th as being Bastille Day. I'm obviously a proponent of rebranding for Con Air Day. Of course, Bastille Day that's France, so they want to celebrate over there. Cameron Poe,
Yeah.
he's an American former soldier So, maybe that's what we do around here, and I'm all for getting another holiday. So I would love to get July 14th off. That'd be fucking sick as hell. Bastille Day is pretty gnarly, all leading up to the French Revolution and stuff. I mentioned that on the last Con Air episode, but so you can go back and listen to that if you want to. But also know that the hotel was the Sands Hotel where they blew it up. That's pretty sick. Okay. Let's see. They were going to do it at the White House, but just where the topography and where they shot the movie and stuff made more sense. Also, speaking of poking holes and stuff, fucking... if you've been to Vegas, the airport's right there. Like, if you're going to land on the Strip, it's like you could definitely probably just make it right to the fucking airport.
Right. It's just there, bam.
Next to the
Yeah.
It's like one street over, dude. It's like the Strip, Tropicana, the airport.
The airport,
bam. All right, dude. I mean, fucking, that's pretty fire, dude. You want to answer a few questions and then bone out of here, dude? Let's see. Aaron, do you got anything to add on Con Air?
No. Other than like you got classic Ving Rhames in there. Diamond Dog.
Diamond Dog.
Yeah.
Other there's of course
a lot of 90s tropes in that movie that I love. Just running the slow motion, running away from the explosion.
Yeah, dude.
The slow motion zoning on a pretty girl when she comes into the scene.
Amazing. The bite from the daughter when they hug at the end.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of the 90s.
So much good
tropes.
Cheese.
Yeah, great cheese.
Great cheese. What's your favorite line in the movie? You got a favorite line? I should ask you that.
What Dave Chappelle say about the dude being a trailer trash who was driving? He's like, you trailer trash white folks know all types of shit. Something like that. White folks know all types of shit.
Yeah, because he knows.
I'm sure there's others, but that's one that's in my mind.
I like when he's like,
he kept fucking with Dave about being Native American. He kept fucking
I know. Yeah, he like, dude, I know, bro.
This is the last time he can.
Dude, yeah, exactly, bro. Dude, yeah, exactly. You can't do that.
They call him Negro.
Yeah, he does say that. The cop says that. In the beginning, the cop says that.
Negro.
Yeah.
A Negro. They were saying Negro in the 90s? I was a kid, but they saying Negro.
I don't know, dude. Not yeah. I was still like taught, you don't say anything like that.
Man,
dude,
I ain't been called a Negro once in my life by a white person. A Negro. I've been called a nigger, but I ain't been called a Negro not once by a white person.
Yeah. Who was writing that movie and was like, this is okay. Like, if we say it like this, like, yeah.
Oh, man. Even me, I'm like, did it mean nigger right there? Was that supposed to be nigger? Was that exactly? I'm just like Negro.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. Dude, literally, I have to admit, I had the very same thought. I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what he would have said in that moment. And why is he writing that into the script?
Maybe some PC stuff back in '97. Like, I don't want to call him a nigger, but I want to say something.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
He's a Negro, even though it make no sense. We'll call him a nigger. And it's one thing if it's Negro. If it's Negro progress. Once, it's like, okay, that's just that dude who's calling him a Negro.
Two characters say
but
it.
Two people calling him a Negro, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Dude, exactly. You're like, bro, you're
Took
watching
me out
that.
of it for a second.
Yeah, exactly. This movie that's completely, basically, you're like, dude, fucking that will throw you, dude. It throws me watching it. It's one of those things you're like,
Negro twice, come on.
Dude, unbelievable. They actually talk about, because I was like, ooh, I was just about to say, like, if you go back and redo it, you definitely got to switch that. But people talk about, oh, there's going to be a sequel. And then people are like, the Reddit threads are pretty hilarious if you want to read about it. And I think that what you were just talking about is mentioned on the Reddit thread too. But they're like, how the hell do you do a sequel to Con Air? Like, he gets put back in jail or blah, blah, blah.
They find a way.
I'm like, dude, that somebody was
coming
like,
out with
maybe
all
in
these
space.
30, yeah, man. All these 20, 30 year later sequels.
Yeah. All right, dude, let's fucking see here.
I think the director directed the Rick Astley video for
What?
Never Gonna Let You Go, Never Gonna Lift You Up.
That's
a great ass video,
That's such
dude.
great trivia, bro.
Yeah, 1987.
That's so good, man.
That's fire.
Because he's British.
That's
Yeah, what's the director's name again?
Simon West.
Simon West. It makes no sense also that this movie's not directed by Michael Bay. I mean, it's like, this is...
He's busy. He just done The Rock, and he was doing Armageddon, probably.
Okay, he was making other sick-ass movies, dude.
Yeah.
He's making fucking sick-ass movies. Let's see, dude. Here we go. Why are men so afraid of relationships?
I'm thinking, is commitment be the main reason?
Yep.
I mean, wouldn't that be the main reason?
Totally. But dude, you got commitment 100%. Guys, like, I was just talking about you about this with the dog beforehand. I was like, dude, you're a single guy. You don't need to get a dog yet. You're going to be out and doing stuff. And responsibility and accountability.
Wait, you don't need to get what yet?
A dog.
Oh, a
You know-
dog.
you know,
Okay. Yeah.
And that's a relationship, I
Okay.
guess, but this is
Yeah.
obviously means romantic. But it's like, guys, especially young guys, 23-year-olds. All young guys are sociopaths. They want
to some degree,
experiences for
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to hook up with that girl. I want to go out and get hammered with my boys on this night.
Yeah.
And young people are like that, and that's fine as long as
Yeah.
you're communicating that openly.
Yeah.
But I think guys just savor that, and
Sometimes, man,
know.
even sometimes like being in a relationship, that shit. I mean, obviously you sleeping with your girl, but sometimes that should have you looking at other girls like you single or something like that. Like you ain't had nothing in a long time.
yeah.
And then
yeah.
you're so you be looking at girls you wouldn't even usually be attracted to, but just because you ain't had nothing else, you're like, oh,
different. It's different.
Yeah.
It's like, if you've only been eating, I'm big on cheeseburgers today. If you've only been eating cheeseburgers, then you look over and see a piece of pizza, you're like, oh man, that fucking pizza.
yeah, it might not be the best
And
pizza.
the pizza might not be great, and the cheeseburger you're having is really good. It's in and
Yeah,
out,
but you eat
not Five Guys.
you eat that cheeseburger every day though.
yeah, exactly. It's the same burger. So there's that factor. But then, being in the relationship, it's like, people think, oh, once I'm in a relationship, it's magic, but it's work. It's more work. It's like you got to recommit, but it's fun. And you love and care for the person, and that's part of what it is. It's got to be about more than just the boning, dude.
Oh, absolutely. You can't get in a
bro.
relationship just for sex, man. That's
Exactly. You're gonna be.
bro. Come on, bro. You can't be in a relationship just for sex.
Yeah.
You can't be in a relationship just for sex or just because a girl is pretty.
Yes. No.
Whatsoever,
That's nice, and that's obviously something you want to have attraction. That's 100%
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, it's important, but you
But-
can't be 100% of the thing.
Exactly. You got to enjoy having a conversation, because the idea is
If there's one thing we've learned from the Johnny Depp trial,
Yes. Yes, bro. Exactly. Amber Heard, easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
Not on the mind.
Yeah, man.
I love that, dude. Let's see. Maybe instead of more questions, I want to ask. Since we got you here, Chris, before we get out of here, what's going on with you in the world of comedy, and where can listeners hear more of you and find more of you?
I just recorded an album recently.
Oh, congrats! Let's go.
It's not out yet. It's not out yet, but it's really good, and I like it. So I'm just trying to figure out, what the distribution situation is looking like.
Love
On
that.
that, and just working on a lot of non-stand-up stuff, man. Just I'm have some podcast stuff coming soon. It's kind of in
Love
the
that.
works. I got just Instagram shooting sketches and stuff like that, man. So
Have to, dude. You have to.
I'm just trying to do everything and hoping something start taking off somewhere.
It will, dude. It will. You're hilarious, dude. I'm honored to have you on here. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
To you.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Best birthday ever, dude. That's there's no better day. And yeah, man, dude, you're doing everything that comedians do, man. Instagram, shows, podcast. It's fun. You gotta mix it up, and then people will find you. I'm gonna put a link to your Instagram in the episode description, so listeners check that out. Questions, comments, suggestions, always email me, ShardawilsonTreasure@gmail.com. And freaking so stoked, dude. Chris, thank you so much for being here, dude, and
Absolutely,
celebrating
man.
Cameron Poe Day
Chill.
with me. What a great way to celebrate. Actually, if we were going to make this a holiday, how would we celebrate it? It's like, should we just wear tank tops and jeans?
Right.
Like 4th of July, you barbecue. Christmas, you open presents.
Get some pink bunnies.
Yeah, dude, exactly. You give someone. Dude, you got to give someone a pink bunny and then beat their ass and take it back. That's what you do. So it's a gift giving and then an ass beating, and then, dude, then you just go out to the desert or something with your boys.
Yeah, that's a
and
good
then go
time.
to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's how you celebrate Cameron Poe Day. Aaron, are
Yeah.
we missing anything?
you got to sing. We got the whole world in our
We
hands.
got
Yes.
the whole world in his hands. We got
So creepy. That's such a creepy scene. And you got to celebrate it in a drain. Do all of that in a drained pool. That's how we will be celebrating Cameron Poe Day. I can't believe we didn't bring that up, Aaron.
Don't call a black dude a Negro.
Yeah, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Call everyone by their name. Call me by my name. Good movie too, dude. My boy Chalamet, what up?
Oh, man.
All right, fired up, Chris. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank
bro.
you, man, for having me.
And thank you for celebrating Cameron Poe Day. Next year, let's give each other some bunnies, dude, and wrestle in
Let's
the drain
do it.
pool.
I'm with it.
All right, late.